Gypsy, just sort of give us a bit of a rundown into your football journey and where you got to now.
Yeah, so I've been playing football for 5 years now, I think. My first kind of experience was through school football. We just had like a very casual nine-a-side program that they needed numbers for, and I kind of just filled in. I'd played a lot of different sports before, so I wasn't really thinking it would kind of turn into anything. But from there, I kind of just fell in love, and then my local club that my dad and brother had been coaching and playing at for quite a while started an under-16s program and kind of started getting into that, and it just kind of evolved from there, really. A lot of my other sports dropped off, and that kind of just stuck, and so here now.
Perfect. And for you, obviously, being you sort of played forward last year, and you're sort of playing forward and a bit more mid this year. What's that been like for you, transitioning a bit more?
Yeah, it's been pretty smooth, actually. The role I was kind of playing in the forward line last year was definitely that high forward, so lots of running hard up the ground to then kind of turn around, weave back, and kind of, you know, that link up between the defensive line and our mids to the forwards. So that wing position is played very similarly. So I thought, you know, I've kind of been able to smoothly transition quite nicely. Definitely it's a bit more intense, obviously, more of a midfield role, but I think I've quite enjoyed it so far, and kind of looking forward to the challenges to come with it.
Yeah, awesome. So in terms of South, obviously being quite a successful club over the past few years, what's it been like being around the place there? Yeah,
it's been a really positive experience, actually. Obviously, coming into a club that was so established as South, you know, coming off of 2 premierships, it's always going to be a bit nerve-wracking as a new player because you've got some amazing AFLW talent that was in that squad. But so many of the girls just took me under their wing and really, you know, gave me the confidence to develop my own game and play my own kind of style of footy. So I think, along with the coaching staff, obviously, it's been a really, really positive experience.
Yeah, awesome. And so from a state academy perspective, what's it been like representing your state?
Yeah, it's actually been awesome. So this is my first time travelling with a Sample State Academy. I played under 15 schools academy in the schools team, 2018, I think. So as a sample program, this is the first time. So it's been a really awesome first experience, and especially travelling, you know, as much as it's not the Gold Coast, it's still been amazing to kind of get out, and the girls are amazing, and just kind of gelling with people your own age I found really, really valuable. Yeah,
and getting included to the AFL Academy, what's that been like?
Really special. I definitely wasn't expecting it when I got the call from Tarks last year, but it's been really, I guess, encouraging and giving me that little bit extra confidence to go into my clubland and really, you know, embrace my leadership qualities, but then also just play football to my strengths. I think it's really easy to get in your head when you get those kind of opportunities, but I think if anything, it's given me a little bit more confidence to kind of do my best thing on the field because I'm there for a reason. Yeah.
And what do you sort of see as your strengths on the field?
I'm not very good at this question. Definitely my breakaway pace, I'd say. I can kind of, when I get going, it's hard to slow me down, I'd say. But yeah, I like contested work is probably where I can kind of find the most ball, and then just kind of getting out of the pack and wheeling around and, you know, using my pace to break away from the opponents.
Yeah, and what are you looking to improve on?
I think just the basics, you know, the best footballers you see in the higher levels just do the basics really, really well. And so I think just for my own game, just kind of developing my around the ground awareness, but also trying to develop a bit of versatility as well. So getting used to playing up forward, playing up back, playing in the mids, you know, getting it all covered. So when I get chucked into whatever program's next, I can kind of just adapt to the situations that I'm thrown in.
Yeah, perfect. And an inspiration over your journey?
There's been a few. I'd say the only reason why I'm actually playing footy is probably because of my dad. He was very persistent for a majority of my kind of juniors in different sports, you know, just with my pace and I guess natural skills. He was really very encouraging and wanting to get me in, and then he coached me for 2 years when I was playing club football and really kind of drove my career. So he's probably number one supporter, but then also definitely an inspiration for why I'm here.
Yeah, perfect. And just at sample level, obviously South going through a bit of a sort of a rebuild, if you like, with a lot of young players coming through. What's that been like?
Yeah, it's been interesting. It's definitely given me the confidence to take on a bit more of a leadership role within that team. Obviously, knowing what it feels like being a young player, it's been really I guess important that we bring them in as well as we can and really take them under our wing. Especially there's been a lot of kind of ins and outs with the AFL clubs, you know, releasing players and then putting them back in their side. So I think now that that is kind of closing down, we'll be able to find some consistency with a squad that really gels. And I'm quite positive that we are going up and we will definitely kind of get back on track very soon. I think, it's been a very haphazard start of the season, especially for the SANFL. Everyone's kind of a bit all over the place, but I definitely think the second end of the season, getting some more consistency will definitely help us in the next little patch of play. So very
awesome.
positive.
And then just finally, obviously your goals for the future, what you want to get out of your footy?
Yep. I think main goal this year, obviously being draft eligible, is to make the AFLW. Kind of very open to any possibilities that come my way. But yeah, I just want to be the best footballer I can be at the end of the day, and wherever that takes me, I'll be forever grateful. So yeah.